Hello and welcome. I hope you're safe and well. In today's exciting episode, we do a fabric haul and I give you an update on the sewing that I've been doing lately. Just more hand sewing, really. I finished 4 more jackets.
It's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect jacket.
Speaking of perfect, I had ice cream for dinner again, so my life is going fabulously. So these are the fabrics. I thought, because, it's Valentine's Day, and when you have a sewing YouTube channel, you kind of have to do something for Valentine's Day. I was like, pink and red fabrics, we'll do that. So anyway, this is the jacket of the day. It's my pink one. I used the sewing pattern Berta 6123 for this one here, and I made it out of a pink and white tweed from Linton Tweeds in the UK. It's absolutely adorable. And then I totally covered it in all these sequins and beads. There's 4 different types of beading on there. It took forever, but it was just so much fun. There's sort of a different type of beading in each of the little blocks. And then there's a big feature on the back that's all different types of flowers, some cherry blossoms in there, and it's just, so much fun. But it's not quite heavy enough because it's mostly just sequins, and sequins are obviously much lighter than a standard size bead. So, it's not quite heavy enough around the cuffs and the hem. So I think I might drip some red beads down. I was going to do this feature on one of the sleeves anyway with red beads. So I think I might add some around the bottom and the cuffs as well. Anyway, these are the fabrics. Oh, I have to give you an update on what I've been doing. Yeah, spoiler alert, just more hand sewing. So last episode was a sewing vlog, and I showed you the seven jackets that I had finished, and I mentioned that I had 4 more to go. Well, I have done those 4. So there was the Very Hungry Caterpillar, the Rainbow Raindrops, the gorgeous rose one, and then the one that I call the Sistine Chapel one that's sort of teal and denim with roses on it. Anyway, so here they are. Basically, all I had to do was fold back the seams around the edges, because I'm finishing the whole outer jacket, and then I'm going to bead it, and then I'm going to make the lining and hand stitch them in. So the Very Hungry Caterpillar one has proper kimono sleeves, whereas the other 3 have sort of one's like sleeves like the lobster jacket or the grey floral one. They're sort of more shaped like a fan, just because some quilting cottons are a little bit wider and some are narrower. So this one here, as I was making it, because originally when I bought it, I was like, this would be gorgeous with sort of the roses. The center of the roses are a scarlet color, and there's also these khaki olive leaves. And I was going to use scarlet and olive and khaki beads just dripping down all over the place. But then when I was sewing it, I saw the pale pink ones, but I think I've gone back to the scarlet and olive and khaki. I think they just look a little bit classier. And then this is the Sistine Chapel one. It is so pretty. When I just had the fabric and I hadn't made it up yet, those white roses, those ghost roses were really, really prominent, but now they're not. I think part of it is the way I cut out the front pieces. So it's mostly just the pink roses you see. But part of it is, they've really faded into the background, so I don't have to sort of compensate for that. So now what I really like about it is the green, the denim blue colour, and the teal. So I was thinking maybe I'll get those 3, like the dark blues and greens, and do sort of dripping beads, chandelier beading all over it, and that it would really bring out all the different pink roses. I think I might do that. Anyway, those are the jackets that I've been working on, and they're absolutely gorgeous and are all ready to bead. So I'll probably finish making some more jackets first. But so these are my fabrics. This is the first one. I actually have 2 watermelon fabrics. One of them is much greener and loads more bits of watermelon in it. This one, it's a canvas fabric, so you could make a tote bag out of it. I only bought 1 yard, but I'm thinking of making 2 little jackets out of it. You know how I recently made the two, well, one's a bolero and one's a jacket with short sleeves. Out of that silver fabric, I've got about the same amount in this one here. And I thought I'd make 2 little jackets. One is going to have metallic sequins in dark green, sort of olive green and hot pink and red, filling all the white bits. And the other one I will probably do red, hot pink and red beading in the white bits. The second fabric is a quilting cotton. And you know how they do the colours at the side to tell you what colours are in the actual design? Well, they made them in little strawberries because it's a strawberry fabric. How cute is that? So they had this strawberry fabric. So there were massive sales, end of year sales, and I wasn't going to buy anything, but then they had these super clearance pieces. Like, this was obviously the unpopular color of this particular quilting print cotton, and I think it's super cute. I was so tempted to buy like 4 yards, enough to make a vintage dress, but I already have dozens upon dozens of vintage dresses, so I bought enough to make a jacket. So I'm going to make a Chanel style jacket and bead. I think I'll probably bead the pink bits and leave all the white bits with the strawberries because they're so cute. Next we have this flamingo fabric. When I did I visited the fabric store back during Vlogmas in December, where you do a video a day. I went to the store and I saw this fabric, and I was wearing pink shoes at the time, and I was like, look, it matches my shoes. I mean, my shoes are pale pink, and this fabric, from far away, it looks pale pink because it's hot pink and cream. So yeah, again, I was very tempted to buy enough to make a dress, but I'm like, no, a jacket will be fine. So I've got 1 yard of that, and I'm going to make a jacket out of it and bead it, and probably lots of long chandelier bits of beading hanging down because flamingos have got those gorgeous long legs. Now, this one here is, yes, I still have this vintage cherry fabric that I haven't finished. I've half made it up into a jacket, and it's at the point where I have to do all the beading, and I'm going to cover it in sequins. And the sleeves, I've left them flat. I've sewn them, it's a 2-piece sleeve, so I've sewn the 2 pieces together, and now I just have to do all the sequin work on the beige area. And with this one, I'm going to do the same sort of thing. I'm going to leave the cherries, but in the hot pink and the white sections, I'm going to do white beads, and the pink sections, I'm going to do pink beads or beads and sequins. And yeah, it's going to be really cute. So yes, I have to make it up into a jacket. Again, probably a Chanel style jacket, and then just do loads of beading over it. Probably beading or maybe sequins or maybe a mix of both. Haven't quite decided yet. And we have one more. This is one of those square ones. And you know my dragonfly jacket where it was this gorgeous strips of silk, and they sort of created a grid pattern, and I put 1 bead on each square of the grid? Well, I do have these gorgeous, it's actually sort of neon sequins threaded with white bugle beads. So I could do chandelier beading with those around the bottom and up the center front and around the neckline. That would look cute. Or I could do 1 pink bead, flower-shaped bead in each of the squares. It's actually, technically, they're diamonds, not squares. So, and you know the center of the cherry blossom is what I called the sort of shiny ones, sort of little circly shiny ones that I put in here. I was searching around for them. But so there's sort of little ones rather than the big flower-shaped ones. I've got those in pink, and it would look cute if you I've got loads of them, so you could put them, I think I've got enough to do every second one, and then the ones in between I would use those pink sequins and do that. Maybe, I don't know, Or I think it seems like it would be more fun to do the beading or those white bugle beads and the neon sequins. So we will see. The problem with jackets like that, where there's a prominent pattern or shapes or diamonds, is once you really have to make up the jacket and then I don't know, the print sort of tends to change its nature sometimes, like dramatically. So I'll make it up and then decide from there. And here we have a quick recap. I mean, I could make one jacket out of the watermelon and just long sleeves, Chanel style jacket, which takes a full yard. But I don't know, I think 2 tiny ones would be much better, and that way I can do a ridiculous amount of beading, because I've got 2 different types of designs that I want to try, and I'm hoping there'll be like a wedge of pineapple, a wedge of watermelon left, and that way I can use it as the feature on the back of the Very Hungry Caterpillar jacket. That's what I was thinking originally. But I'll show you the 4 jackets that I just finished. So I love this Rainbow Raindrops one. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's got a parchment background, not white. So I don't know. It's making it hard to decide. This, on the other hand, is looking very Dolce & Gabbana. Oh my goodness. So now I kind of want to do really thick trim of gold beading, just like collar and cuffs, and add some, but I remembered as I was doing the hand stitching for it, I remembered I've got these handmade glass beads that look like little cupcakes. Some of them have blue round the bottom, some of them have red round the bottom. So I'll have to go through I really have to commemorate my bead collection. But yeah, I'll find all the food and lollies and, candy beads and little bits of cake and put them in that one. I also have some handmade beads that are green that looks like Christmas trees. I bought this bag of beads and there were some in the bottom of it. So I think I'll use them on the back of the emerald jacket. You know how I'm going to have a little forest of flowers on the design element on the back? Because those green Christmas tree beads, they're solid glass and they're just the most beautiful color, but they're a Christmas tree. One side is decorated and the other side, I'm pretty sure it was just solid green. So if I use the solid green side and then put sort of flowers around it, I think it'll be a really good weight for the back of that jacket, and also just the perfect color. Anyway, happy Valentine's Day if you celebrate, and thank you very much for watching. I hope you've been inspired to rummage through your fabric collection. And oh my God, don't buy more fabric. You don't need more fabric. Well, I certainly don't need any more. I have to use up what I have. Anyway, thanks again. Happy sewing.